Let's talk a little bit about how the CNC machine cuts the foam blank. Suppose you want to cut a cross-section across the top of the board that looks something like this. And the blade, or the bit we're using for the router is it's a cylindrical bit, the shaft. And it's placed so that the corner of the bit is at this desired point along the cut curve. And of course, we want we don't want the bit to cut below the cut curve. And you have to move from this point, let's say, to this point, which is about ½ an inch away. That's the resolution that we're cutting the board. We have the coordinates for this point, we have the coordinates for that point. And so we can only move one axis at a time, either along X or Y or Z, but not any two at a time. So we can either move across along Y and then up along Z, or we can move up along Z and then across along Y. Of course, we don't want to do it this way because then we'll cut below the cut line. So we have to go up and over, up and over, up and over as we're rising along this cross-section cut line. And then as we're sinking, as we're dropping down along this cut line, we have to go over and down, not down and over. This is called pixelation. And the software keeps track of whether you're rising or sinking and which move you have to do first. So when we're done shaping the board, we're going to have this extra foam above the cut line, these little teeth marks. And using a sanding block, just manually sanding these, it's relatively easy by eye to sand until all of these teeth marks disappear. Okay, and then you brought the foam down exactly along the desired cut line. So the board cuts in this way, whether it's going across the top, whether it's cutting along the stringer, over, down, over, down, over, down, over, down. Over here we go, up, over, up, over, up, over. And when it's cutting across the cross section, let's say on the top, and then it has to move down along X to do the next slice. It should not move down because it's going to cut into the foam. So it needs to go over and then down, over